Well, thank you, Peter, for the nice introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm very glad to be here, and this morning, we had the honor of ringing the London Exchange bell, and I think it was a historic moment for Mongolia, as well for a woman in business in Mongolia. So today, as my mother says, the worst thing to do in life is to keep people from eating. So I'll keep my presentation very short, and hopefully in 10 minutes presentation, I'll give you a very quick overview about Mongolia, about the why Mongolia is very recently sort of like surged in the global map and discussed so much about by the investors, by the companies, by the IFIs, etc., etc. So I probably won't be able to go through the entire presentation, but I think I'll just highlight the major points when it comes to Mongolia. Let's go to the first slide. Of course, Mongolia is a very large country, but we have only 2.8 million population. Why I mentioned that 50% of our population is actually working age. 68% of our population is below 34 years old. So, of course, with such a young population, we are a very young country. Our politicians are young, our business people are young, and more importantly, this young population is also very highly educated. You see, in this room, many people who actually graduated from top of the business schools, and everybody is coming back to Mongolia because for the past 4 years, we are really seeing a tremendous growth in Mongolia.
Өнөөдөр Лондон хотноо зохион байгуулж байгаа Европ дахь Монгол эмэгтэйчүүдийн хөгжлийн нийгэмдийн үйл ажиллагаанд оролцож байгаа эрхэм хүндэт зочид төлөөлөгчид та бүхнийхээ амар амгалан Монгол улсаас айлтгая. 1990-ад оны үеэс Монгол улс маань альчилсан хөгжлийн чиг хандлагыг сонгож зах зээлийн нийгэмд шилжиж эрэгтэйчүүд эмэгтэйчүүд бүгд л бизнес төл тавьж байсан саяхан санагдаж байна. Өнөөдөр Монгол улсад ажил хэрэгч болон үйлдвэрлэлээр ажиллаж хөдөлмөрлөж байгаа нийт хүмүүсийн 52 шахуу хувийг эмэгтэйчүүд эзэлж байгаа. Монголын эмэгтэйчүүд өнөөдөр Монголдо төдийгүй манай дэлхийн улс гүрэн бүгдтэй харилцаа холбоотойгоор бизнес, үйлдвэрлэл, олон улсын харилцаа, улс төр, соёл урлагийн салбаруудад эрх тэгш хамтран ажиллаж байгаадаа баяртай байдаг. Өнөөдөр Европ дахь Монгол эмэгтэйчүүдийн хөгжлийн нийгэмлэгийг байгуулан Монгол улсын бизнес эрхлэгч эмэгтэйчүүдийн үйл ажиллагааг Европт таниулж, бизнесийн хүрээг өргөдгөх, шин түншлийг бий болгох болцоог олгож байгаа та бүхэндээ чин сэтгэлийн талархал дэвшүүлье. Дэлхийн өндөр хөгжилтэй орнуудаас соёл боловсрол, ёс заншил, тэргүүний техник технологи хамгийн чухал нь ёс суртахууны төлөвшлөгээд сурах зүйл их байдаг. Монгол бүсгүйчүүд бидэнд ажилсаг, хичээнгүй зам чанар, оюуны чадвар гэд бахархах зүйлс бас байдаг. Бид цоцолтгүй хөдөлмөрөөрөө Монгол улсаа хөгжүүлж, ядуурлыг арилгахын төлөө олон улстай хамтран тэмцэж, хүн бүр тэгш эрэхтэй сайн сайхан амьдрахын төлөөх инх тайвны үйлсэд өөрсдийнхөө хувь нэмрээ оруулах болно. Энд оролцож байгаа бүх хүмүүст сайн сайхан аз жаргалыг хүсэн өрөөё.
As I mentioned before, I think our main areas is transportation and roads. DBM started some of its disbursements in terms of auto road constructions and etc. But where we will see more of foreign investor participation and foreign banks participation and private sector participation, not only from Mongolia but also from foreign countries, is really projects related to the town over projects, where we think there should be first there has to be a road that will ship the paved road to the border. There will be also a power station in Tawantolga project, related to Tawantolga projects. Other projects, infrastructure related projects, railway. Government recently decided that the railway should be done under the PPP, under the concession loan. So 2 private sector companies were selected to develop the railway project. However, the railway project itself is very big. It requires approximately $4.5 billion. We don't think that we will proceed with the entire project this year, but going forward, particularly for the second or second phase of the railroad project development, we will be looking into co-financing with other foreign investors and banks.
As a central bank, I have been asked many questions related to foreign exchange, capital flow, and inflation. I would start about the capital flow. The Mongolian the law allows free movement of the capital flow. There is no control over any capital movements, and any investor and foreigner can transfer their own investments or investment income abroad. And another question about the foreign exchange control. The Mongolian Central Bank, we do pursue the flexible foreign exchange policy and rate. And we do not have any control over the foreign exchange, even though we had a very much crisis impact during the 2007 and 2008. We didn't exercise the control over the foreign exchange. If you remember, the many Asian countries, they closed, they put the special restriction and control over the capital flow and foreign exchange. And we believe in that the investors need stability. So whatever the parliament, whatever the government, whatever the party would pursue, I'm believing that everyone is quite committed to the market economy, free movement, and more capital flow between the countries.
From investors' point of view, representing European Bank for Reconstruction Development, I mean, for the foreign investors, I guess most two important things to look in the country investing is obviously transparency and accessibility. And in both of these criteria, obviously Mongolia has been doing a lot of things. In terms of transparency, in October 2010, Mongolia actually achieved the compliance with the Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative. And also, they've been, in terms of accessibility, the government has been trying to, through tendering process to develop mines, and which is quite progressive policies. Also, they have in the EBRD, we have this transition report done every year, and in terms of the transition criteria, Mongolia has been always in the middle of our 31 countries of operations, which is mostly Eastern European and Central Asian countries.